Good morning. It is Monday, November the 4th, 2019. My name is Doug from intro-to-cryptos.ca, and in this episode, we review Bitcoin prices against 5 major indicators. The last little while, Bitcoin bulls have been on the ropes and the eager alts have been pushing higher. Right now, we have conflicting direction signals in Bitcoin as it is squeezed between the 200 daily moving average and the 200 period weekly moving averages. We'll take a look at what Bitcoin dominance is doing and what effect this is all having on the altcoins. All that and more in today's episode of the 24 Hours of Bitcoin. Now, of course, this isn't trading advice. This is just market observation. However, it is actually a trading plan based on a specific approach to the market. And if you haven't already and you're new to the stream, be sure to head over to intro-to-cryptos.ca, scroll all the way to the bottom. We'll come back to this later in the stream, but put your email address in and get the free webinar that this live stream is based on. You'll also get the free webinar and a copy of my book that is published on Amazon. So then you are no longer a philosopher of this trading system. This is the practical application of that trading system using the charts and 5 different sets of indicators at the same time. So I hope that you guys are getting practical, usable information here. Good morning, Uwe and Crypto John. Good to have you along. I'm always tickled to know, where in the world are you guys from? Even though this is a fairly small channel compared to others, I've had the honor of reaching thousands of people from more than 70 countries around the world who have subscribed to my website. So I'm always keen to know how far and where this is reaching. Right now we're looking at the 10-second bars, and I like to take a look at this just for the entertainment value and to zoom in on what the action is doing right now. It's also a great place to be watching for the liquidations as those occur, and I hope that I never see any of you guys on this page. Now let's go into some of the indicators. Holland, Saudi Arabia. I have no idea how to pronounce your name, Mr. Saudi Arabia, but I am honored to have you here. Namaste. Germany, good to have you along. Thanks for joining in. Here we're looking at Bitcoin prices, Ethereum, Litecoin, and Ripple. You can see Litecoin has been showing some strength. And remember, back in December, Litecoin was leading Bitcoin. It took off and was going higher. Then Bitcoin followed. So let's find out, because not the rest of the alts did that. Let's take a look and zoom in on these, because at the end of the episode, we'll go over Bitcoin dominance and what this might mean for the alts. Here we're looking at Bitcoin prices and Bitcoin prices. We've got the longs versus the shorts for the same time frame. And this is interesting to me because look at the fear and greed going on here. So as the prices are going up, everybody's running into a long position. Oh, then everybody gets scared and everybody's closing their long positions. Then we're all into them. And now we're crazy to see how this is whipping back and forth and prices are going sideways. So if you find yourself vacillating in your decisions in here, it may mean that you are zoomed in too close to the markets, and you should probably zoom out on your view. You should take smaller positions, lighter leverage, and be more relaxed in your trading. I also want to know from you guys who are on the live chat, I've been working with the microphone settings and volume levels, trying to get that fixed. So let me know, how's it doing here? Is that background music too loud? That would be a drag. Let's jump into the indicators now. Looking at the weekly relative strength index, this isn't going to be that important until later in the week because this weekly candle isn't doing anything yet. It's too early in the week for us to really make a decision on this. But so long as it stays flatline or higher, we're doing okay. If it starts to angle downward, Bitcoin prices are having some trouble. So we'll zoom into the daily, and this is going to give us more view of what that weekly candle is doing as time goes along through this week. We'll see what this daily RSI is doing. If we move into the 12-hour time frame now, what I'm looking for is any kind of divergence in here that might match and give us some indication where this is going. Right now, it's easing off, so it's giving us a straight trend line that if the RSI does break up above this in the next couple 12-hour candles, this is really confirming a good, strong bullish flag here. We've been watching this as well on the 4-hour time frame here. This is making a bowl shape. It has crossed below or crossed above this line that we've been watching for throughout this potential 1, 2, 3 top formation, and it's crossed to the positive. So again, building strength off of this is awesome. If it comes back below these levels, we'll definitely be going below those price levels too. Sound is good. Hey, Crypto Johnny, thank you for that feedback. I appreciate that. Let's zoom in. Okay, the RSI is showing strength as we're coming off of this. That is awesome. It's not giving me the kind of RSI divergence that I'm really wanting though. As I'm looking through this and as I'm zooming in, it's not giving me quite the juice that I'm looking for. I want to go into the unbalanced volume now and see what's going on with this. All right, so starting off with the zoomed in view, I'll back out from here. From the 5-minute view, we're seeing some volume, and we absolutely need that volume if we're going to be cracking above these levels. And we are. Here we are cracking above those levels as we're talking. So there we go. So go back to the 10-second charts. Here's some liquidated shorts coming through. That's pain. I hate it. I don't like to see liquidations ever. And this is an erroneous trading start. I've been liquidated before, and it's absolutely my own fault for getting liquidated. And it's because I didn't follow my own trading rules, my own risk control rules for protecting myself against that. Got to do that first. Let's zoom back out on this 15-minute time frame. We got some good volume on this rejection there yesterday. Really, when this came down, it was freaky, but the 4-hour Bollinger Bands gave us the signal on this moment to say, don't sweat it, don't sweat it. In fact, many Bollinger Band aficionados were likely buying at this time because the 4-hour Bollinger Bands were so awesome. We'll see that in a second. Let's zoom out. The volume's not looking as good when we start zooming out this way. It's looking good on the close time frame, but we haven't juiced it up yet. Bulls need to come in with volume. Overall, we are sitting pretty. When we start looking at the longer time frame, this volume, when you average it out, is looking pretty good. And we pull this back, we can see that we haven't had a spike of volume like that except on a significant move in the charts. Moves that turned out to be, as we look back, very significant. And so I take this one really significant. It's absolutely changed my bearish view of Bitcoin. As soon as we broke this and went zoom, and the volume that came along with that changed my focus. And then I started looking back to September of 2016, September of 2017, the only other times that we've had similar setups in all of these indicators. So let's zoom back out. There's the volume. We could go volume for quite a long time and sideways for quite a long time. What is this? 2 months more of sideways is potential. Yes, LTC Litecoin did have a nice rise. Let's just take a quick gander at that. It did a nice move here, and it's not slowing down as Bitcoin is starting to show some strength. We'll take a look at that more closely in a second here. Let's go into... I'm starting off on the wrong view here. Spoiler. So the weekly view, it's not going to be as significant until later in the week, but what we're watching for here is this histogram to be shortening. No. If this is shortening, that's more bullish. The more this is shortening, the more bullish this is on the weekly as we go through the week. So now if we zoom into the daily, instead of the histogram shortening from below, we need the daily to be rising now. It can't play around here anymore. We've come back far enough in the daily that it must now start to go up. This next candles must be taller, or we're just not going to be doing the bull move. So I'm going to leave it in this view. Let's zoom into the 12-hour. This is bearish still. The 12-hour has to pick up off of these ranges as well. So just like the daily, we need shorter wicks here in the histogram. In the weekly, we need shorter from below, and in the daily, we need longer from above. And for the daily and the 12-hour, those indications must come around, and they will come around if we're breaking out. Now, when I zoom into the 4-hour time frame, it is still crossed to the negative, but we are getting those shorter histograms, showing that momentum has changed the other way from where we are. Now, at this point, I'll zoom out so we can see the chart and see what's going on. That if this crosses positive and we're breaking out, those are really good confirmations. And we would likely see those histogram moves that we need to see in the daily and the 12-hour. Let's zoom in to the closer time frame. The 1 hour I'm liking here. Look at how this is flaring wider and we're standing up with taller and taller histograms. So that we are standing up off of this range, and we have a cross to the positive and a higher cross to the positive on a divergence throughout what is essentially a sideways action. That's very bullish to me. And I constantly look for those things on the top side and the bottom side. So the 1 hour doing this is supporting us. The 4 hours got to come along. The 12 and the 1 day have got to come along before this is going to really do it for us. And it could be fast. There's no saying that it's going to be a slow detail once it gets going. In fact, I think it's going to be fast. Let's go into the Ichimoku Cloud. On the weekly view, we did for weeks now, we've had a cross to the negative here. Let me change the color of this and beef it up a little bit. Let's go thicker. There we go. So we've had a cross to the negative here for a bit, just floating sideways. Let's see what's going on. When we zoom into the daily, though, it is a different story. And as I was looking at this from yesterday to today, the main thing, let me zoom in, then I'll zoom back out. The main thing I was looking at is the difference from yesterday to today is that the blue and the red have really split wide apart here. So we've got a deeper cross to the positive. Our trailing indicator has cut through all three of the indicators, not through the cloud yet. And so this is the first stages of some really nice looking stuff. So I was wondering, where in the past has the Ichimoku Cloud, where have we gone through the cloud? Well, we poked through the cloud a few times here, but we're still in a major downtrend at this time. So I want to compare it against what do we do poking through a cloud from an uptrend start. So if we are at the start of an uptrend and we're coming through the cloud, where is something similar? Here, we float along the cloud for a disastrously long time. This was months of, can you imagine making daily videos on this kind of sideways action? So anyway, now here's another example of it coming up and through the cloud. So we're not through it yet in the current time, but again, a lot of sideways action after poking up through that cloud. So it may not rage to the top side from where we are, coming up through that cloud. Here we came through the cloud, but it went through a green cloud, poked through a green cloud, and then back up. Major buy signal as we came off the top of that green cloud. Love it. Let's zoom back out now. We were on the daily view, so let's do the 12-hour view. It is already positive. So this has given us the good, like yesterday, as it poked up, Friday rather, on the 25th of September, such an important day. It just rammed right through the cloud and has stayed above it. Blue line staying above it, staying twisted positive, but sideways. It's not really showing us that we're taking off quite yet out of this. The 4-hour time frame, I like it because from yesterday to today, we have crossed that blue line above. We have not twisted yet back to the positive here, but we're getting those first earliest indicator that we've seen a number of times in the 4-hour Ichimoku Cloud being the really early indicator. That crossover has some significance. So lower, higher lows here, wicked pattern, wicked. Let's go in closer to the 1-hour time frame because it is just crossing to the positive here too. It's not juicy enough for a buy signal in the 1 hour, but coming through and going through a green cloud, having this twist to the positive, we're going to get positive or, verification later in this trade. It's not quite yet in the 1 hour. The 15-minute time frame has moved up through the cloud, and it was fighting yesterday. We were into the cloud and indecisive. Now it's poked through the cloud, clear cross to the positive, clear across to the positive. So if the snake's tail follows the head goes left, eventually the tail is going left. This is what the short time frames do for us. The short time frames are like the point of the snake, and as they turn, they should be that buy signal should wave through the longer time frames. It starts off on the short time frame, it should wave through the 30-minute, then it should be into the 1 hour and then into the 4 hour, and all of those things should be confirming. One of the things I've been really enjoying this last while is going through the Bollinger Bands. And I've been really spending quite a bit of time going through this. Look at what happens when you do the log views. Crazy. I can't wait to do this daily. So here we are looking at the weekly Bollinger Bands. If we go up above this midline, it's crazy. We're in the bull market, and it's proven, and we're doing so good. If we can get up and stage above that, it's wicked. Go into the daily view. This is where I started to do a whole bunch more study of the history, because I want to see what happened in an uptrend when we crossed above the daily midline and then we were coming back near to it, coming back near to that daily midline. What actually happened? So if I'm looking at the 1 year view here, we're above the daily midline. If I go into the 3-month view, another really important part of my study on the Bollinger Bands is when the 12-hour comes into the midline and we have this major contraction going on. I looked through all of the chart and there was only one place that had a contraction like this, and the prices blew straight to the roof right after that. I'm not going to search through to find it right now, but as we're going through the 4-hour, we can see the 1, 2, 3 bottom. It's crossing midline. This is where the Bollinger Band aficionados were rocking it. As we're coming down here and they are not sweating, all of the top formation sellers were all sweating right here. All of the long holders were sweating, and the Bollinger Band guys were likely loading up at those times. And I don't know, I'm just imagining because of what I'm learning on this indicator. Now that it's crossing the midline on the 4-hour time frame, and let me step back, bouncing off the midline on the 12-hour with this narrow neck, I think we're going up. 1, 2, 3, we rejected this bottom here, we rejected it, and now we're showing a bit of strength. What is that going to do to the altcoins? I still think they're going to get hammered, even though they're looking good right now. I could be wrong, and I will be buying them if they're breaking above the patterns, but let's see. Yeah, many rejections around 9.4K as well. So we do have the battle going on, top and bottom. And what I'm expecting, if this is going to fail, then the indicators should be telling us ahead of time. That's what the whole point of the stream is, day after day, to go over the same trading plan, the same market, using the same indicators across all the time frames. We really should be seeing how that those indicators line up with the trading plan to give us very clear trading indicators or trading signals. And indeed, it is a lot of work, but going through the old streams in this definitely comes out to points where we see all of these things lining up just as we are here today, and then the price taking off. So if I just toot my own horn a bit, we were calling for the shorts here and calling for the shorts here. We were calling for 9,400 here. We were calling for the big breakout before it broke out all the way along. Although I was expecting that we were going to bounce from here and get the major pullback, we bounced from here and got the major pullback. So I was expecting the 40% pullback from here, and I'm still it's not out of the question, but this really changed my mind. Over this whole period, I was having a specific view of the market all the way through right until this day. On the 25th of September, it changed my view, and I had to go back and look at points in the past where Bitcoin did moves like this. And it makes me feel that we are on our way up. Even though on the 1-day view, get rid of the indicator, go out to the log view and drag the chart way back. Even though there is absolutely a really good chance of us coming back to this long-term trend line, it may be more likely that we're just going to go sideways to it. Just as we've seen in the past where we had all this sideways action before we went up, we could be having a lot of sideways action. We could easily come back to be hitting this trend line all the way along. All of these things are possible, and we should guard against them. We should be ready, not going crazy long on these things, but building on it as things are successful. So building on this as it's successful. Ba-dum-bum. We're going up now first. First even. How far can we go down? I don't think we need to fill that gap. I think that the gap filling is important in the stock market when you're looking at the stock market compared to itself. But because we have the crypto market that is 24 hours, 7 days a week, and we have the futures market that is not, I think there's going to be gaps in there that are just never filled. They are not, the stock market world is not keeping up to the way the world is. And so they are going to be gapped out. There's going to be all sorts of manipulation from closing time until opening time, from Friday till Sunday. It's going to be a crazy weekend world in the future. As all of this is unfolding, people are going to set up big movements, good big trades on Friday, and they're going to hammer the market all weekend, and they're going to close their positions on the open market on Sunday and reverse their positions. So there's going to be whipsaw all weekend, all the time. Sunday night is going to be crazy. Boom. And so now that we're easing off of here, the main thing that I'm going to spend the rest of my day on now is to go through the altcoins and to watch through everything. I love that we do the bull market watch spreadsheet. I think it's one of the most powerful pieces of information that I could put together for you. In fact, I do give away my trading plan so that you learn it and you understand it, and then you will see how powerful this training is and the research and the work that we do here for you. So Binance right now has 17 hold markets. Let me refresh this to be sure that I've got today's data. Okay, we got 19 hold status coins. 33 of them are on alert status. And we've dropped down in the number of neutral status coins. We've actually dropped down in the number of near fail status coins as well. So this is showing where the bullishness is in the market in the altcoins. When we take a look at Bitcoin dominance, this may show us that Bitcoin dominance is going up or down, but it doesn't show us which coins are the leaders, which ones that would be profitable for us to hold, or which ones we should be getting rid of. And this system does that. It'll tell you which ones you should be holding according to these trading rules that you can learn for free in the trading webinar and the book that you will get along with that. Complete trading plan, entries, exits, the full 5 stages of the plan from the very beginning to the very end. All of that's included in here for free so that you really are no longer a philosopher of this trading system, but you are actually putting it into practical application. You are learning how to use it and how to put it into work. And then this live stream helps to supplement that training by putting in the indicators and how to put the long and the short time frame indicators together along with the trading plan. So I hope to see you guys over on the website. Be sure to come over, grab that stuff, and join us. You can supplement more training by coming over to our Discord chat. Let me go find that, and I will share it so that you guys can come and join us. We'll talk about Bitcoin prices throughout the day. We'll watch altcoins throughout the day and keep a sharp eye on this. I like that we've got exhaustion candles here, but I don't think this is done yet. Let's go and check out the volume on the close time frame. So what I do at the beginning of the day is I'll mark out specific things that I'm looking for in the chart. I want to see volume do this, I want to see MACD do this, and I want to see the Bollinger Bands do this, or our RSI do this. I'll have a list of 4 things that when I see those things occurring, I'll quickly go through the charts and I can make a trading decision off of that. And you'll also note that this live stream is not recommending that you go to Bybit or to BitMEX and sign up and have 2 accounts so that you can be trading super complicated advanced strategies so that I could be making money off every trade you do. That's very nice. There is links down to the exchanges down below if you'd like to sign up through my referral link. I appreciate that. But if I am sending you off to pay a whole bunch of fees to an exchange, I am probably just an exchange salesman and not a trading plan aficionado. I'm really working on the trading plan. I want accurate signals. I don't want you to go and overtrade on an exchange. In fact, the way I go about teaching training should almost eliminate the trading fees that you're paying. Instead, you should be paid fees for your trading. If you approach it correctly, you do not pay trading fees. Instead, you get paid. It takes planning. It takes a little bit of education up ahead of time, but be sure to grab that training from the website so that you are not just getting sold down the river, but you're given a plan of how to paddle in a very turbulent water. Boom, boom. That's about it for the live stream. I don't want to go on live and just go on and on and on and watch the market live. You can do that yourself. You can come and join us over on Discord. What I want to put together on a daily basis is some specifics for you that you can write down. These 4 things happening in these coins, it matches the trading plan. Now I'm starting to get a habit built. I'm starting to get some successful, small, basic, trend following plan working for me. And then you are not working for your money, but the money is working for you. I would say for my own part, I'm holding the Bitcoin and I'm not selling it here. And for my own part, I've been easing out of the altcoins. Let me bring this down. Here's the bull market watch spreadsheet that you could get access to over on the website. You get access to see exactly which are these coins, not just how many of them, and not just what the trend is like I can show you here in the free channel, but you get the data. Which are the coins? Look at this. This has been going up. Look at this green line going up now from a low of 11 hold and alert coins. Now we're up to 52 hold and alert coins in Binance. Of course, we should know which ones those are. And I do take action on these trades as they're unfolding here. So I folded down parts of my portfolio as we were getting the sell signals here. And I'm heavier in Bitcoin than I was earlier. Less alts, more Bitcoin as this happens. As this goes up again, you'll know I'm going to be fading out of some Bitcoin and moving it into the alts and get a nice diversified portfolio in the alts as we're moving up in the bull market. And when it tops out, you bet I want to know when to sell out. I love alts and I love selling them at a profit. I feel really grateful for the cryptocurrency world to have given me this opportunity. And if I can share it with you, if I can make a difference in your world, it's worth getting up in the morning to do these live streams. So one thing, Crypto Johnny says, sell. Jonathan says, hold or sell. Jonathan, write down your own plan and don't ask anyone else if you should do it. Take full responsibility for it. You are the one swinging the bat. Your batting coach can help you. I hope I can help you. I hope this is helpful for you. Hit the subscribe button. Hit the thumbs up button if you find this helpful. Come back tomorrow and we'll go over the same indicators again. We'll see what's going on in Bitcoin prices. And we'll see, again, that these indicators and this trading plan all line up to give us very clear buy signals at the right time. We are breaking out of a 1, 2, 3 bottom formation. Our RSI is looking good. The MACD is crossing positive on the 1 hour time frame. The Bollinger Bands are giving us a nice narrow squeeze that we're breaking out of. All of these things are telling me that we are going higher from here. Love having you guys along. Thanks again. Be sure to come over and join us on our Discord chat. I see we've got a couple people who have signed up over on the website during the live stream. That's fantastic. Put a like on it. I've only saw 5. Hit the like button. I'll see you on tomorrow's episode. Good luck in all of your trading. Bye for now.